Friends, before you start watching a new story about love, like it and support our channel by subscribing. Thank you. That evening when I locked myself in the office with a mature nurse, I will remember for a long time. It was a year ago, and it all started with the fact that I was expelled from the institute, and then the question of conscription into the army arose. I really didn't want to lose a year of my life just like that, and was thinking about how to avoid it. Then I came up with the idea of getting a certificate with a non-conscription diagnosis. My mother recommended her friend, a good doctor who helps people with such things. Go to Aunt Lena, she will do everything for you for free through her connections, my mother said. At first I couldn't believe my ears. Everything was so easy and it was free. I quickly got ready and went to see her at the hospital. I was a little nervous because I understood that all this was not entirely legal, but there was no other way out. I stood in line for a long time, and when I finally entered the office, my jaw almost dropped from surprise. Aunt Lena appeared in front of me, and she looked simply magical, as if she had stepped off the cover of a fashion magazine. In her medical gown, her figure seemed very attractive, slender, with pleasant curves, wide hips and a sweet smile. She was a very pretty woman, and I was even a little confused. "Hello, are you from Tetra?" she warned me.
Come in.
I sat down at the table, and she began filling out some forms, looking at me through her glasses. The whole moment was a bit awkward, but I couldn't tear my eyes away. Her slender legs were very attractive, and my gaze was drawn to them. An awkward silence fell, and I decided to ask, "Aunt Lena, are you helping for free?" "Well, how can I say that?" She smiled and looked up. "I won't take the money. My salary is already good, but I'll still have to work it off." She winked and looked at the paper again. "How so?" She just smiled and remained mysteriously silent. Her words made me feel a little nervous inside. Her voice was calm and confident, and her gaze was attentive. I noticed a small ring on her finger. So, Aunt Lena is married, I thought. It's a pity that such a beautiful woman is already taken. The thought flashed through my mind. For her age, she really looked gorgeous, as if she were 10 years younger. Her skin was smooth and radiant, and her figure was very slender and seductive. She seemed like a very juicy woman who could attract the attention of even young guys. This figure, not like my classmates, all like boards, I thought. "Okay, well, everything is ready," she whispered thoughtfully and carefully placed the prepared certificate on the table. All that was left was to put the stamp. At that moment I felt a slight relief, but suddenly she added, "There is only one condition left." "What is it, Aunt Lena?" "You'll see everything for yourself now." She winked and got up from the table. She slowly walked to the door, carefully locked it with a key and turned to me. At that moment, she also pulled down the curtains, creating an atmosphere of privacy and secrecy. The room became quiet and a little mysterious, as if we were in our own world, where there were only the two of us. Her actions added tension and made the heart beat a little faster. In the dim light, her figure in that robe looked especially seductive. The shadow fell softly on her curves, emphasizing the slenderness and smooth lines of her body. "You understand that you'll have to work off the certificate," she said. "I understand, but how?" Aunt Lena smiled and said softly, "Well, look, my husband has been away on a shift in the north for a month now. I really don't have enough care and attention, and you're such a handsome guy." Her voice was calm and her gaze was a little thoughtful, as if she was looking for something special in it. At that moment, I felt my heart beat a little faster from her words. Although she was about 20 years older than me, at that moment she seemed to me a real goddess of beauty. Her charm, grace, and confidence made her incredibly attractive. Suddenly I turned away and didn't even notice that the unnecessary robe had been lying aside for a long time. At that moment, her feminine charms bewitched me, and I just froze in surprise. "Don't worry, no one will notice our special inspection," she smiled. "I didn't just close the door for nothing." She gently took my hand, and I felt the warmth of her palm. Without saying a word, she carefully led me behind the screen, behind which was a couch. There was silence and slight tension inside, and her touch was at once confident and gentle. I followed her, feeling my heart beat faster, anticipating what awaited us next. "Don't be afraid, I won't tell my husband," she whispered. What happened next, I remember now, as if it were in the sweetest dream. The nurse turned out to be really experienced. With experience, she knew how to impress me. So, Edoc tried so hard that the couch almost broke during our examination. Up close, she looked truly beautiful, in no way inferior to my peers. Her skin was smooth and radiant, her blue eyes beckoned. "Well, patient," she said jokingly, buttoning the last button. "Here's your certificate. Here it is with a stamp. Now you will come to me for a checkup every week and without fails? Then you will not end up in the army, and you will please me." She sat contented and happy that she finally received male attention. Apparently, she was tired of prescribing pills to old grannies, and meeting me was like a holiday for her. I did not refuse, because there was no choice. After all, I had to go to her regularly for such medical examinations. And why not? The woman is very pleasant, and communication with her seemed natural, and even a little cozy to me. Inside I felt a mixture of excitement and curiosity, realizing that this experience could be something special. That's how I solved the army issue. Thank you for watching the story. Friends, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.